Hi, I'm Anthony Falco. I'm an international pizza consultant, and this is everything I eat in a day. So the first thing I do when I wake up, make coffee. I'm on the road, and I got myself a little coffee grinder, French press, and I've got some good local coffee beans. While the French press is steeping, I make an oatmeal, very simple, just a little salt, some Arizona desert honey, dried cranberries, and sunflower seeds. I am a cream in the coffee kind of person, just a splash. I like to put it in, I don't know if this makes a difference, but I like to put it in the cup first and then pour the hot coffee into the cream. Then I've got my coffee, I've got my oatmeal, and then I've got my little glass of orange juice. That's how I get started. Sometimes I drink tea. That's an afternoon thing. I love iced tea. Iced tea is one of my favorite things. We're out here in the desert. It gets really hot. A big iced tea full of ice with a lemon. You know, if I'm too wound up, maybe a little chamomile at night. It's nice to kind of take things down. So after I eat breakfast, a typical day for me right now is getting in an Uber and going to the kitchen where I am working on developing the new menu for Super Frico in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. We're doing a lot of menu testing right now, so it's cooking, standing on my feet, cooking. I am menu testing, so lunch is a little redundant when you're developing a menu. If it was like a big pizza tasting day the day before, I'll usually skip breakfast. If I'm back home, my preferred typical lunch is probably tacos. I eat a lot of pizza and pasta and food that I cook for work. And when I'm not eating that, I like to eat tacos and Mexican food. Actually, one of my favorite things for lunch of all time is pad carpao, and that's a Thai dish. Holy basil chicken with a fried egg and rice. It's one of my favorites. It's like a perfect lunch, chicken and rice. A lot of cultures around the world have like a chicken and rice dish for lunch, and it's kind of like the perfect balance of a little bit of protein and carb, and then throw some spice in there, and that's what's good. I always have my sourdough starter with me. I travel with it all over the world, and I have two different starters. I have starter A and starter B, aka Starty B, and one of them is kind of a basic, kind of all-purpose flour in a plastic container. You know, it's a workhorse. And then Starty B is my like special starter. I've only ever kept it in a glass container, and I only feed it organic stone-milled flour. So I think the favorite recipe that I developed for the cookbook is my Sicilian grandma dough. I love making it. What I love about it is I made pizza for many years. Usually you have to stretch the pizza out with flour, and you get flour on yourself and you get flour all over the place and on your shoes. What I love about the Sicilian grandma is after you mix the dough, it goes in the pan, there's some pressing out, and it rises in the pan, and then when it's time to make the pizza, you just top it with whatever you want. And you can cook it in a home oven, in a toaster oven. If you have a pizza oven, you can cook it in a pizza oven, but it's just super flexible. I'm excited about this recipe, the Sicilian grandma recipe. It's a focaccia, basically, so you can top it and have it be a pizza, or you can just bake it off, put some sesame seeds on it, and then cut it open and make a sandwich, which is a good time. Do I snack throughout the day? I'm not a huge snacker. I am a fan of nuts. I usually have cashews and pistachios and almonds around. There's nothing usual about my schedule at all. So I usually eat dinner. It depends. If I'm traveling abroad and the client wants to go to dinner, then, you know, we may eat dinner late. If I am at home and I'm having like a downtime office week, eat dinner pretty early on the earlier side. You know, the kids eat around 6:30 and 7, and then we just go right into making dinner for ourselves. If I've been on the road doing a lot of pizza testing, I'm usually trying to keep it pretty carb-free, like a little grass-fed bavette, maybe some broccoli, roasted broccoli with olive oil and sea salt. Perfect dinner. And on the earlier side, you don't want to eat too late. It's hard to get up if you eat late. Get groggy. Beverage of choice at dinner is an easy one. That is going to be a pamplemousse LaCroix. I love LaCroix. I'm kind of a LaCroix head. I'm one of those natural wine dorks. I love a good Austrian natural white or rosé. Pop that, chill it, drink that. I am known to late night snack. I like the dark chocolate peanut butter cups from either Justin's, or if you go to Trader Joe's, and a couple of those at the end of the night, maybe with a handful of the nuts that I've been snacking on all day, is a good little 1-2. Dark chocolate, nuts, peanut butter. I don't think of myself as someone who gets hangry, but I'm often accused of being hangry. I probably get hangry. You know, but that's what bananas are for. Usually if I'm starting to get hangry, my wife is gonna be like, here, eat a banana. You're being grumpy. Ingredient or food that I actively avoid: processed foods. ingredients that have chemicals or stabilizers in it. That's it. Other than that, I'm down. Was a picky eater when I was a little kid, and I am just always down to try everything now. I think my favorite food city is probably Bangkok. You can go to Chinatown and go from stall to stall and eat all kinds of snacks. And I mean, the energy in Bangkok is amazing. Definitely one of my favorite food cities. My go-to comfort meal is spaghetti with tomato sauce. If it's summer, I usually make tomato sauce, which is just roasted sun golds with salt and olive oil pureed, and then start the pan with a little garlic olive oil. Pour that blended sun gold sauce. Let that sun gold reduce. Throw the pasta in there. Toss it all together. Little butter, little Parmesan. Put it on the plate. Olive oil, more parm. Ultimate comfort food. And that's everything I eat in a day. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my cookbook, Pizza Czar, available everywhere.